Until 2021, Tile trackers were the biggest on the market for things like keys, bags, wallets, and bikes, and even pets. And while they've been around since 2014, they weren't the most widely used or known. That is, until Apple came on the scene last year with the Apple AirTag. This sleek, shiny new tracker stole the spotlight by making headlines not as Apple's first tracker, but as a tool for thieves and stalkers. Both of these trackers are designed to help you find your favorite things when they're out of sight. Both use apps, Bluetooth, sounds, and other trackers nearby to help you find them. But what's the difference? Here are 5 things you need to know about Apple AirTags and Tile trackers, who can use them, and what they're good for. Like I said before, both AirTag and Tile use other devices to help you find them. But what does that mean? Basically, AirTag uses other iOS devices around it, while Tile uses other Tile apps around it. When you search for your AirTag or Tile, the device searches for others nearby in the network. But the big difference is that AirTag has a network of 1.8 billion devices, while Tile only has 35 million. So if your device is out of Bluetooth range, you'll have to rely on that network to find your device. Most of the drawbacks to AirTag boil down to Apple's chokehold on its devices. Even if you have an older iPhone like I do, you won't get the full AirTag experience. Those features include precision location, that arrow feature that guides you directly to your AirTag. It also has NFC capabilities, which lets you identify an AirTag by placing it right on top of your phone. If you have an Android or older iPhone, you won't get either of these features, and Tile might be the better choice. Basically, that U1 chip inside the AirTag works best with iPhones that have it too. Only then will you get the coolest features. Tile and AirTags both work with Android and iOS devices, but Tile seems to play better with others overall, not just phones. Tile is the only one of the two that works with smart speakers like Google Home and Amazon Echo. The good news is that Android users can still use AirTag. You just won't have the Find My app it's so closely linked to. Instead, you'll have to use a third-party app called Tracker Detect. Neither the Tile nor the AirTag comes with key rings or holders, straps, buckles, or anything. Open the packages and you just get the trackers. If you're into accessorizing and customizing everything, AirTag's the way to go. While you won't get anything in the box, you can find a ton of different holders and accessories through Apple and third-party sellers. It's a lot like phone cases. There are a ton of options out there, but you'll still have to buy it yourself. If you want something that's just simple for your keys or a key ring without buying more stuff, that would be Tile. Tile comes in a few different shapes. Here, I have a Tile Mate with a small hole for key rings. But there's also the Tile Slim for wallets, Tile Pro with a larger body and keyring hole, and Tile stickers that you can pop onto anything you want to track, like water bottles, bikes, computers, or other stuff. At their most basic, both AirTag and Tile use the same method to find your things, and they both can tell you if there's something you left behind. But in Tile's case, you'll have to pay for that feature. This subscription service is an effort to keep up with AirTag and throws in bonuses like reimbursement for lost items up to $1,000. Tile also doesn't have the NFC capabilities AirTags do. You know, the whole tap and find out feature. This is especially handy for repairing new AirTags or learning info about an unfamiliar one that might be nearby. To sum it all up, Tile is cheaper, comes in different shapes, and doesn't require any extra gear to use it. But it doesn't have the cool NFC features or huge network Apple has. But it's a largely effective way to keep track of your stuff, like wallets, keys, bags, and especially for Android users. And then there's AirTag. It's the pricier option and requires accessories if you want to attach it to anything. It does some cool things and is pretty effective for tracking. Apple also has responded quickly to the reports of their device being used in problematic ways. But unless you have a newer iPhone, that's iPhone 11 and up, you'll miss out on the best features. Hey, if you're one of the 10 people who made it this far, thanks for watching. And if you want more safety, head over to safewise.com and you can find reviews and our lineups of best home security systems, best wireless cameras, and more. Stay safe.